Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm a Ukrainian, and I have decided I will vlog daily from my country, Ukraine, since the start of this awful war with Russia. And in my daily videos I try to update you on the important real life situations in my country, Ukraine, and of course I'm always glad to answer your questions and to clarify some facts from our history, our culture, our background, or whatever interests you. And today I'm going to speak a bit about an unexpected topic you can hear from a person who lives in a country at war. But I want to speak about those light feelings of sadness that you get every autumn when you feel autumn is approaching. August is my birthday month, you know that, but at the same time it always marks the start of autumn changes here as the days get shorter, darker, you have a smell of smoke in the evenings or in the mornings, and I always get nostalgia. So I have brought you, maybe it looks weird a little bit, but I have brought you to my school ground. It's actually located very close to the place where I live, and this is a labyrinth that I loved playing when I was small, and my dad often took me here. It was a part of our evening short walk that I love very much. You know that I have many sweet memories from my dad and the time he spent with me. So playing and running through this labyrinth was something that I loved doing. My school is the oldest school in my city, and it's located close to the old Jewish graveyard that was destroyed in Soviet times because Soviets like destroying any other cultural heritage. And close to this labyrinth, maybe I will show you later, we have very big linden trees. And it's very common in Ukraine to collect linden blossom and to make teas, especially when you have cold or something like that. And I loved collecting, and then mom did not let us drink this tea because, well, she had this association that once a graveyard was here and you cannot drink tea of the tree that grew on the graveyard. And later, when I discovered my creativity, I have even wrote a short story or something like that about it. And I do think that such places that are associated with long history, with some dramatic events, with your childhood, with the happy times when you can only hear the sound of your shoes running, something that I like very much in the works of Ray Bradbury. The Sound of Summer Coming is the text that I and my friend or a sister that I adopted, as you've explained to me, we often read at the beginning of summer, because it's something how I feel the summer coming. And now I feel the autumn coming, and there are different things that I think, and I decided I would like to mention how is it when you live in a country at war and still you experience lots of different emotions, and all of that interferes. I wanted to record this video at the beginning in a shopping center cafe, but it is closed now and I had to leave because of the air raid alarm. And when I was walking to my school, and yes, actually that now we have this air raid, but you know, it's a bad habit that all Ukrainians developed. We often ignore it. And as I walked to school, I have seen so many people standing in queues next to the closed banks and cafes, not hiding, waiting for the ability to continue their life. And this feeling of waiting and ability to continue your life is something that is inside every Ukrainian, even if they live in the best hotels of France. When they emigrated, for example, because of the new opportunities they received, and many other things. So even if you are not a huge patriot and you don't have anyone in the Ukrainian armed forces and you do not donate money for volunteers, though there are not many people like that in Ukraine, still you have war in your country and it changes a lot. I often speak about the negative things that war changes in our life, but it also adds up bravery. And personally, I feel stronger and braver and maybe more radical in my decisions. And I have done during this half a year many things I could not imagine I would do. They are not all connected with military things. Some with them are connected with my life, with my choices, with my job, with this vlog with the people I have in my life, with the people I want to have in my life, with my doubts. And definitely it can be compared to an illness. You know, in many films you see a person who goes through a complicated illness, for example, and after he or she is cured, they change their lifestyle. So many Ukrainians change their lifestyles, especially those that are sensitive and emotional. And I have to tell you, I do not divide people into races, languages. I do not divide people according to the money that they earn, though I think you have to work, you have to try to live a better life. I'm ambitious, you know, and I like ambitious people, but I divide people into those that can feel a lot and have lots of emotions, and those people who don't need that. And definitely those emotional ones who feel sadness because autumn is coming, who likes to listen to sad music, who think about questions that are not directly connected with your household chores, the salaries that you earn, I don't know. When you think about things, am I living the right life? Am I happy? What is love? What is life? What should I do with my problems or with my gifts? When you read a book and you want to cry, or when you listen to a song, or when you watch a film nobody understands, this is what makes people my people. Maybe that's too much, but that's awesome inside of me. And when you live in the context of war, you get more of this kind of emotions. And this is what makes me believe that many people of my generation and younger generations who go through this experience will be more, I don't know, creative, dramatical if it's possible, but it is all what makes our life beautiful. And if I have a message to you today, apart from supporting Ukraine and understanding how many tragedies are happening online here in lives of the people, there is another message: live your life. There is no rehearsals or preparations, and emotions are important. And also it is very important to accept yourself the way you are and not to play, because once I watched a very nice film, I don't remember it, and I'm not going to spoil you the story, and maybe I won't even be able to leave a link and advise you this film. Oh, let me stand a little bit. You will see my beautiful, I don't know how to call it, blouse, a t-shirt and jeans. And in that film there was one author who found a book of another author that was not printed, and he printed it under his own name, became very popular, and later met the man who actually wrote that book. He was old, he did not have any plans to suit him or blame him, but he told him the story of the creation of this book, and the author who actually published the book asked him, why didn't you publish this book yourself? Why didn't you develop as a writer? Why did you stop? And he said, nothing special happened to me, but life happened to me. So don't let life happen to you. There are obstacles like war, like pandemics, but there are the majority of obstacles that we have, they are inside of us. And it's extremely, extremely important to be emotional, to stay emotional. And today I was listening to a sad song, and I will leave you a link. Let me know what autumn songs you like to listen. I do know we will have weeks of warm weather, hot weather, watermelons, grapes, and bad news, and maybe some good news. But I have already smelled the autumn. Let me know about the changes of seasons in your parts of the world, and what songs you like to listen when autumn comes. And do you feel this slight sadness, and how do you call it? What is the word for it? Nostalgia, melancholia, or something else? Do you hear the sound of an alarm, a raised alarm stopping? I don't know if you do, but I do, so I'm free to go and buy myself coffee. Thank you for providing me with inspiration and money, for becoming my patrons, for your comments, for your support of my country, Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!